Hello, Percy.
Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy R.A.S, and today, we're going to be reacting to Chainsaw Man 230. You know, with the last chapter going on, my man basically sacrificed the world for some buns. Now, look, I ain't gonna lie, your boy did get a little spoiled a little bit. It seemed like my man got the coup. My man got the coup. Hey! Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? In my last video, I was like, hey, well, you know what I'm saying, would you sacrifice or eat the death devil for some coup? And I'm like, yo, look, I guess it's not about what you do, what you sacrifice. I mean, I guess it is. That's a lie. I cap. It is about what you sacrifice and what you do. But I mean, in the Chainsaw Man world, it doesn't matter what sacrifice. It doesn't matter what you got to do. If you gonna get some coup, like at least complete the mission. Like at least complete the mission. So you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, back in part 1, Denji was like, hey, yo, like, I want to use my one wish to, you know what I'm saying, possibly get some coup one day. And then he used it on something else. But, so, I guess, you know, I guess Makima did came through with it. Because she did promise him something. But, you know, it looks like Yoru came through with it, too. Ooh. My man Denji him. Hey, and not to mention, your boy did cop. Yeah, I know, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, gang. I got 20 volumes, bruh. So, well, without further ado, man, let's get into it. Yeah, let's just start reading what happened. So, okay. So, okay, we see. Okay, so last time, like, he crawled over to Yoru and like slashed off his arm and, you know, poured blood into her mouth and was like, oh yeah, like yeah, like, you promised me if I ate the Death Devil, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, I get the coup. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, she just basically was like, oh, you're stupid, like, why would you do this? Like, you know what I'm saying, you must have a different plan in mind. And, like, a building destroyed, and then she was just started busting out laughing. And so, this is where we pick up where she was just busting out laughing. So, so she's laughing. Oh, she's like, okay. Did y'all hear that? Something dropped. So, alright, anyway. So she's still laughing. They both kind of look at each other. Okay, Yoru says, why did you think I avoid the dove? And then he's like, what about the sex? Yo, what the heck? Yo, what the heck? And how is he even finna do it? My man has no lower half, and he's in Denji man form. Is what they call it, Denji man. So he's like, what about the sex? And she's like, answer me. So he looks, and she said, one of my friends was a nasty devil who tried to kill me any chance she got, but she had a soft spot for animals. I think I hoped you'd be like her. Every time power is mentioned in like any chapter after part 1, bruh, like my heart just literally just, you know what I'm saying, it just like it's like an arrow just was just beamed. It's just it's like, why Fushimoto, why? Okay. Yeah, I play too much. All right, and whoa, oh, hey yo, why she bent over like that?
What do you mean by that?
Okay. Anyways, he said, I hoped you'd be like her. And then she says, why? She said, why do you hope I'd be like her? Because I was lonely and wanted a friend, maybe. Chainsaw Man. She said, you're fine with being just friends? I want a friend I can have sex with. What? Bro, sometimes I be forgetting how horny Chainsaw Man is. Like, golly. Holy. Okay. Anyways. She says, he. You really are a sex-obsessed ape. Yes. You're just now realizing that? It's been like 130 something chapters, and you're just now realizing that? My man literally ate the Death Devil, sacrificed the world, fought in a whole battle against you at full power. Not to mention all stuff that he was doing in part 1. Just for some coup. Crazy. Crazy. So she says, I hate Chainsaw Man, but I like you, Denji. Let's call it a temporary truce. Whoa. A temporary truce? Okay. So the fight is over? So everything that happened, the fight is just over. No problem there. She didn't just drop a nuclear bomb on the world, right? They didn't just fight the Locust Primal Fear out of nowhere, right? Right? Okay. Yeah. So she said, let's call it temporary truce. So she sees the blood on the ground, she grabs a puddle, she pours it in his mouth, and then she said, I'll let you... Whoa! Whew. Well, this I think this might be worse than 167. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. This is way worse than chapter 167. Okay. She says, I'll let you have sex with me. Asa gives her consent too.
Hello, Percy.
My man starts dissolves. Oh. My man dissolves off the chainsaw. And she's on my man's. Oh. He says, hell yeah. And then a whole bunch of other devils just bust through. A whole bunch of other devils just jump down. They just jump down from wherever. I guess hell. So I guess a door opened in hell. They just jumped down. Okay. And then he's like, hey, I know what? Hey, he won, bro. Even if he doesn't get something, he won. Not bad. So they jump down. They're like, oh snap. And then it's a whole bunch of crazy looking. Whoa. These are some crazy devils. So, okay. So they're just all going around. Just a whole bunch of bats are just eating people. She says, India Fumiko reporting in. This is bad, really bad. A buttload of bats are devouring people. Canada Fumiko reporting in. India Fumiko. Canada. So she's really going around and she has just a clone in every... Bro, the STD devil is the most disgusting contract I have ever. Like, why? You could have just said the sex devil. Why did it have to be the STD? Nasty. Okay. She says, Canada Fumiko reporting in. Massive insect swarm are eating folks over here. Over here too. I guess swarms. Okay. So in India there's bats, and then in Canada there's just swarms. There's insect swarms that are just eating people. Okay. She says, why is this happening? The higher a species' fertility, the more of its offspring gets cold at birth. However, because lives now have no end, natural selection is no longer in play. All offspring now live forever. From now on, to fuel their reproduction, will be eaten alive in little pieces, and continue to live in pain and despair as the flesh and blood of bugs and beasts. Like, hello? Are you listening? Oh, she gets cooked. Last year, when we Fumikos all gathered in the villa, we talked a great deal while gazing at the fireplace. I was surprised that we all had different worst fears, even though we're all Fumiko. Other Fumikos answered, so we're just learning, like, what does this background information do for us, Fujimoto? Like, what does this have to do with anything? Anyways, so she says other Fumikos answered with fears like sickness, people, and war. At the time, I couldn't decide on mine. Okay. And I'm guessing this is Canada Fumiko talking through the phone still? Yeah. She says, but now, and then I guess insects are coming in. So many of them. Denji, we're low on blood. We need to flee. Denji. Like hell, we're gonna run away, right, Pojita? We're finally gonna get to have sex. If you're gonna get in our way, oh my god!
Let's fucking go, baby.
It's cooking. Fuyoru is cooking. If you're gonna get in our way, then if you gonna get in our way, then what you, if you gonna get in our way, then what the fuck, bruh? Fuck you got going on, nigga? Yeah, bruh. Yeah, tell him. Tell him. Oh, he's like, how's it go again? yo, oh my gosh, man. The greatest Chainsaw Man callback of all time, bro. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it. Hey, shout out to Solo Night, bro. Here, only real ones know. If you gon' get in our way, then you can all die. Straight up, bruh. My man Denji is him. Don't play with him, bruh. He do this, bruh. For my mama and little brother too. He do this for his mama and his little brother too.
I do this shit for my mom and my little brother too.
He one of them. Speak to my mans like this. This is what we do. This is who we are. We don't play about this, gang. For my mama and my little brother too. If you gon' get in our way, you can all die. Wow, Fushimoto. Hey, what a callback, bruh. Honestly, you know, going all the way from chapter 1 to all the way to chapter 230. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, excellent writing. Peak writing. Peak writing. If you gon' get in our way, then you can all die. But the fact that he forgets it right here is even more funnier, bruh. Wow, this chapter might be a 10 out of 10, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this might be the greatest chapter to ever drop in Chainsaw. Oh.
I did. He's talking crazy.
My fault. One of the greatest chapters to ever drop in Chainsaw Man. This is great. It circles back to just what he stands for in the beginning to now. Everything that he has wanted. He's wanted to be with a girl. He's wanted to, you know, essentially live his life freely. It's kind of like Eren from Attack on Titan. Like, all he has been wanting to do is to live his life freely without anybody essentially stopping him from what he wants to do. All he wants to do is just bang chicks and be Chainsaw Man. And it's like, yo, if you get in my way, then you can die. What a great fight, bruh. Honestly, I'm probably gonna come out with a video with him comparing this to the Makima fight. This fight took about 15 chapters. So, because, I mean, she called it temporary truce. So, I say it's over. Between the War Devil and Chainsaw Man. This fight was cinematic peak from the beginning when Denji turned into Pogita, and then, you know, Pogita and Yoru going back and forth while Asa and Denji are in that, like, spiritual plane world, kind of like with the when Aki was in that spiritual plane world with the snowball fight and everything, when Denji and her, for some reason, every time Denji is able to fight someone that he has a connection with, they kind of go into the spiritual world. And I honestly didn't think Yoru was gonna make it out of this fight. I honestly thought she was gonna die. But literally, the fact that, you know, we went from, you know, Pogita going crazy, and then you know, Yoru dropping a nuclear bomb punch on Pogita, and then we see Denji get a power up and turn into Denjiman, and then they would randomly have, like, you know, them going into hell, and then him eating. They don't really say, because I was still wondering about the dove, but they just kind of say the reason why he threw up the dove. And okay, let me see if I can break this down psychologically. The reason why he threw up the dove was because let me get to it. The reason why he threw up the dove was because he felt like Yoru could remind him of power in a way. Because she was a devil, but she still had a soft spot for animals. And he felt like Yoru was the exact same way, which he kind of was, you know. But Yoru's kind of take on it was like, oh, I'm just I just wanted to be able to turn things into strong weapons, and I wanted to be able to feel guilt. And her response to just feeling guilt was, you know, essentially trying to understand Asa, and it all correlates in a way of, like, you know, he went on a hunch, and Denji tends to do this a lot of times with Makima, with pretty much everybody. He went on a hunch and was like, she probably has a feel for animals in some sort of way, some sort of fashion. And I feel like, you know, if I'm able to get her to get to hit her in that soft spot for those animals, she'll lose. She'll lose. And he still even came through and saved her anyways through that loss by trying to get what he promised her in the first place, because it was to eat the Death Devil. Like, that's essentially what it was in the beginning. And so after that, you know, he tells her that, hey, yeah, like, you know, I did this because I wanted some coup, but also I knew that you was gonna be like Power and you're gonna have that soft spot for animals. And she was feeling guilty. She wanted to feel guilty for the things that she would turn into weapons, whether that be animal, human, you know, etc., which essentially made her made her essentially think about think about that. So when Denji was able to save her, and then they have this conversation about how how he feels about what she could have did, then that's when he's able to, you know, get the consent. And so now it's like they say, essentially, since death doesn't exist, natural selection doesn't exist. So now just basically everybody's getting cooked, and then there's devils dropping down from hell. And then, you know, saying Denji gets in there and he does a callback from part 1, which I absolutely love. Like, 10 out of 10 chapter. Beautiful writing, Fujimoto. I can't be happy enough with how you've handled part 2. Part 2 was a little slow, kind of with the... It was good in the beginning, really good, all the way up to the Falling Devil arc. And as soon as we got to the Chainsaw Man Church arc, it was like, it wasn't bad. It was so good. It was like, it's kind of the volume, you know, so the intensity just went down a little bit. But as soon as we got to like kind of the Asian Devil arc, it went like up a little bit. And then after the Asian Devil arc, that's when we get into the meat potatoes of the real stuff towards the ending. And then now, you know, the fact that he does his callback, if you're going to get in our way, then you can die, man. Wow, great. And then now Asa's back, and then now they're finna go through all these devils, man, and Denji's finna cook all of them, bro. So I don't know it's necessarily how they're gonna be able to get death back, because without death, then I mean, pretty much the world is cooked. So hey, we'll see. We're on a break week next week, but 10 out of 10 chapter, man. I have no more thoughts on it. From Yoru's character development from the start of part 1, to Denji's character development from start of part 1, to Asa's character development from start of part 1, he's finally found somebody that is going to give what he was desiring in the first place, and he's not gonna let anybody get in his way, and it shows from the beginning, bruh. If you're gonna get in our way, then you can die. Great, man. Clap it up, man. Clap it up, man. So if y'all enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe. Honestly, I'm finna be on grind mode now. Like, it's over now. So I'm gonna get this content out to y'all. I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good day whenever y'all watching this, and R.A.S out. Peace.
If you drop by, I'll pay you back somehow. Come see me, okay?